And we're live. What up, world? It's Radioactive Podcast. It's your boy Ace Boogie. And we got another special one for y'all. You know I'll be coming with that fire, y'all. Now we got our LGBTQ episode today. And we have these guys here to help us out today. So go ahead and give names and orientation, please.
Well, I'm Yoshi, and I am gay.
I love it. All right, go ahead. You tell me. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my name is Ty. I am bisexual.
And
I'm an androgynous.
What is that?
An androgynous is...
Come close to the mic.
An androgynous, in my opinion, an androgynous is... Well, the definition of it is basically it's a person... it can be a woman that dresses like a man. She can be straight. She can be gay. It's really not a sexual orientation. It's more of an identity. So I'm a male who is going to be a male, remain a male. But I just have the ability to look like a female or...
Same, and they hate it.
What the old school used to call a butch queen.
So it's a feminine look?
It's a feminine look.
For us, yeah.
Okay. So today, guys, just to loosen up, we're going to start off with a game. All right? Okay. And the name of this game is that gay? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
So, first question. Now, say I have a friend, right? And let's just say my best friend, I grew up with this, my best friend. And my best friend went off across seas for 5 years. My best friend comes back with some breasts. Now, is it gay if I wanted to see those breasts and touch them? In y'all's opinion?
In mine's, no.
Okay. Why?
Because it's not that he's attracted to him. It's just that he's fascinated at the fact that your homeboy just came back with breasts. And of course, who wouldn't want to feel a pair of nice titties? And you just bought some. They brand new airbags, heated leather seats. Like, I want to get a feel. Like, I don't foresee that being gay, though. Yeah.
I need that best friend. If I come back with some titties and he like, what? Nigga, let me see. I need that best friend. I don't have that straight best friend.
Is it for a straight man to want to do that? Is that gay?
I could see a straight man that's comfortable with his sexuality, and who he is as a man. I could see him interested. Not interested, but like you just came back with titties?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. What do y'all think about straight men in tight jeans? Is that gay?
I think it's a blessing.
Me personally, like, it's a fashion statement. Like, some people can pull it off, but some just do the most, and they try to make it. They do the most. It's just too much. I don't foresee that being gay. Yeah. But I agree. Some people, you give them an inch to take a mile.
Right.
And they do a marathon with them tight jeans.
So, I mean, could that be confusing for y'all?
No.
Make you think like, okay, so are you, aren't you?
No. Some people like wearing form-fitting clothes. That doesn't make them gay.
Usually it should fit that person's personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should...
You can tell when they're overdoing it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You could tell if that's their daily niche. Like, that's what they do on a daily basis. I mean, I wouldn't say it's gay, though.
Okay. Have y'all heard the term being pegged before?
Who?
Pegged. Have y'all heard that term before? Do y'all know what pegged is?
Pegged.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Ain't that a girl?
Pretty much a girl pegging a man.
Yeah, okay.
So this is the question: if a guy only wants to get pegged by a woman, does that make him gay?
No,
not at all.
That cavity, baby. Let me tell you something.
Look, don't. Yeah, but no. But honestly, no. That's
no. So it's okay for a straight man to want to get his booty played with.
But why? But it's with his girl though.
It is.
Yeah.
So where's
make her wonder?
But where's the gayness at? Tell
Gay
me.
is a sexual preference.
It's a sexual preference.
That's it. Gay is not.
Don't touch me. All right.
Gay is a sexual preference. Right. It's not. I mean, come on now.
So it only has to do with the same sex.
Yeah.
It has to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. What if a man is only attracted to studs? I'm talking about women that look like men.
Oh.
Okay, I like studs.
So does that make him gay?
Well, some men are really attracted to
masculinity,
dominating females.
Yeah. Okay. That's very true.
Well, for me, for instance, it's
just like skinny dudes liking big girls.
Yeah, but I'm from Chicago, so like I'm attracted to like hood pretty girls that are really aggressive go-getters, but they just fly as hell. So like a lot of men, straight men, they like a lot of studs with that swag. Like they're intrigued by it. They're fascinated by it. The fact that you're a girl, but yet you got so much dominance, like it attracts them. So I don't foresee that being gay because she don't have nothing to peg him with naturally.
Right. I agree. Yeah. If you like you a stud, you go get you a dick dyke.
Okay.
There you go.
Get your dick dyke, girl.
So, when did you guys know that you were gay? You go ahead and start, Ty.
Well, it goes way deeper for me. I mean, I can say at the age of 8. Maybe
Age
we
of
can
8.
get into how that came about later.
Okay,
I'll
so
say at
age
the
of
age of 8.
Yeah, about kindergarten for me.
Really?
Honestly,
Kindergarten?
watch your tone. But yeah,
Really?
but yeah.
So, was it hard to tell your parents and your friends? How was that experience?
It was horrifying.
Really? Tell me a story.
I
wanna
come
hear
from a Jamaican household.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Everybody was like, "Oh,
Very
yeah."
straight.
But at some point, because for one, I came out twice. I was outed by my commander in the Air Force in front of everyone, and then at one point, I was watching Noah's Ark, the little show back in the day.
That was
and
my
I
show.
What is Noah's Ark?
It's
Well,
almost
I
like the
mean,
L word,
yeah.
but for
Oh,
gay men.
L word was so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was watching that one episode one time. No, the movie had came out, and I felt all empowered. So I had to call my mom, and I know she's probably listening. Like, here he go. So I literally called her. She was on her way home from school, and I was like, "Are you driving?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Pull over." She was like,
Gosh, you told her right then.
"Yeah." I mean, I just
How old
had
were
to
you
get-
when you told her this?
I was 21.
Okay.
I just had to tell her then, and I was like, "I got something to tell you." She was
She
like,
had no
"What?"
idea.
She
Oh,
knew.
okay.
Mothers know.
Let me tell you, my
But-
mom's gonna be mad at me because I'm gonna put it out.
I literally just told her, like, listen, I got something to say, like, I'm gay. And she was like, oh, okay, that's cute.
Oh.
But she was like, but I respect you because you're man enough to tell me who you are instead of us having to wonder or us having to think. Like, now we can respect you because you as a man can say, this is who I am. And we have no choice but to respect it.
And what about your uncles? I'm sorry, cutting you off. What about your uncles? What did they say?
Well, my uncle, the one that passed away, me and him never actually really got a chance to have a conversation before he passed. So I didn't really have that conversation, but my mom talked to him, so he knew already, and he didn't love me any less. So I really didn't have any real problems. I do have a few family members. I ain't gonna tell you where they are or who they are,
Look,
but
okay, because I'm like, ooh, should I talk about
But I mean,
Talk about it.
but at the end of it, just like they don't really respect it or care for it. That's not my problem because at the end of the day, I sleep at night, and you're the one that's stealing your feelings. So it's okay.
All right, Ty, same question.
What was the question?
The question is the toughness of coming out to your parents and friends.
Oh, you were asking how we came out. So I came out in an email.
In an email?
I sent my mama an
All
email.
right, come on. Tell me.
What?
I don't really remember what the email said, but my cousin, his name, I live with my cousin and his wife, and me and his wife was really, really close. And so, I lived with them afterward, but that was my friend, and she kind of helped me. She pulled me out of it. And I finally just one day I was like, I want to tell them this white boy in my apartment had kissed me, and I was young, and I was like, I need to tell my parents because this just don't feel right. My dad's a pastor, so yeah, my dad is a pastor. So we lived in Houston at the time, and I just sent my mom an email while she was at work, and I was like, this is how I feel, I don't know where it came from, and literally I was maybe 14 then. I was maybe 14. And she
What she do?
did not take that well.
She didn't take it well?
My dad was more calm than she was.
Now you sat there and said that you didn't know where it came from. But is that the truth? Did you know where it came from?
Well, I ended up finding out later, like, how it came about. You know what I'm saying? But at that time, I think I kind of had blocked out what happened. You know what I mean?
So that's another question I had for y'all. So I'm gonna pose this question to you first. So was it a natural thing or did something happen?
No, so I went through molestation.
Okay, well, are you comfortable with?
Oh yeah,
Go ahead.
So I went through molestation from the age of 8 to 12, and it was my best friend's cousin. Me and my best friend were the same age at that time, but my cousin, his cousin, lived with, when he got out of jail, he lived with my best friend and their grandfather. And when he started living there, that's when it basically started. I was 8 years old. I would go over there to play with my best friend, and his cousin just kind of introduced it to us. And so I never thought it was wrong. When I explained it to my mom, I went through counseling and a lot of things at a very later age. It went from 8 to 12. So we lived in Victoria, and when I moved from Victoria is how I got away from him. And from there, I was so dumb to it, like just sex in general. I kind of thought it was just another way of life. I thought mom and dad didn't do it because they were married. And so, when you're married, you are with your spouse. So I never thought that it was wrong. And my best friend's brother was like, why you always, when them boys call you gay, why you always call them gay? And I was like, because I'm not gay, I talk to girls, I'm not gay. And he would be like, but you talk to guys, that's gay, and like when he broke it down to me. So I went through this thing of like feeling dumb. I didn't really understand it, being in such a sheltered environment, such a sheltered household. But I didn't remember that. So that happened at 12. It kind of stopped. We moved down here when I was 14, 15. And that's when I really started going through the motions of liking boys. And my last counseling session, she told me, I don't really know your story or what brought this on you. But, she said, I can tell you molestation isn't always by force. Rape isn't always by force. Sometimes it can be manipulation of the mind. And I was like, I didn't get it. I was maybe 16 years old. I was like, I don't know what that means. So I never said anything about it. One day I just came to understand what she was meaning by that. And I was like, that's what it was. You know what I mean? That's how this came about. Somebody introduced it to me, and my mom was so broken when she found out, and we went through the motions of pressing, taking legal action and things like that. And it was just, she would always be crying, and I would just tell her like, it's not your fault. It was kind of like taking cookies from the cookie jar. That's why I didn't tell you. It's like, it's 30 cookies in there. If I take one, you're not going to know, it's missing. You know what I mean? So that's how I looked at it. When I found out, I went through, that's when I feel like the depression and stuff started. I blame myself because I never spoke up about it. My parents would ask me at a point, like when she saw my mannerisms changing, and I always wanted to be over that boy, around that house and stuff like that. So that's kind of how my little coming out came.
And you?
Mine's honestly, it was natural. It was with my best friend, so it was something that was mutual. Yeah.
Okay.
It was natural. It was mutual. It's something that we had talked about months before it happened. So my transition into the homosexual lifestyle was actually pretty okay. I honestly, when I first came out, I was very grateful to actually have a good energy around me. I had a lot of good friends. And like I said, the situation, it was awesome. So it was great. But yeah, so no, it was cool. And we're still best friends to this day, Oh
yeah?
Yeah. He's
How
still,
old were you when you?
My 21st birthday, actually. It was
Word?
on my birthday.
So
did you
your best friend?
No, it happened on my 21st birthday. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I hate you. But yeah. So
Was
no.
he already out?
Huh?
Was he already out?
No, and he's still not.
What does LGBTQ stand for?
How dare you access that right now?
I know. I just gotta. I know.
I don't know what the Q stands for. I'm so sorry.
Questionable.
Queer?
No.
No.
Queer.
Queer? So
How about
I
gay
wanna
and
know,
queer was the same thing?
Me too. But
Wow.
me and Gordon were talking earlier about this show on YouTube, and it was about something with the gays and Donald Trump, and some certain people was like, I identify as queer, I identify as gay. So there's some type of difference, if that's what that means. I don't want to look crazy.
I'm gay, and I'm not about to look. Okay, anything else? Okay,
It's more difficult.
we done already made your head spin with the androgynous.
So what do y'all think it stands for then? How about that?
L, lesbian,
Okay.
G, gay,
Gay,
LGBT,
B, bisexual.
Binary?
bisexual.
Bisexual.
Is it? I think it's bisexual.
Wow.
Y'all better include us. We matter. We come in few in number. Well, it's a lot of us. We just some of us.
No, but I know they added the T
under
though
the
for
table.
transgender.
Okay, LGBT. Yeah, transgender.
Okay,
What
And
was
then
it?
it's Q.
Q.
That's the only thing I'm not sure of.
Okay.
When it first came about, I was told it was questionable.
I'm not educated on the gay community like I would like to be because of how I grew up.
First of all, it evolves so much.
yeah, it's a lot to
So
it. Like,
we can barely keep up.
yeah, it's
So,
a lot of
yeah.
history to like drag in general and like the gay houses, and it's not just it's a lot to it.
Yeah.
So I'm not too familiar about the history.
What's some offensive terms that y'all have come across
I'm sorry.
that y'all want people to stop using?
Gay. Stop
Yeah.
saying that's gay.
Really?
Yes. It's not gay.
Oh, my favorite is when straight dudes talk to me and be
Mm-hmm.
like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not with that gay shit, but you know what? You are.
Yeah.
Because nobody even
Yeah.
because the fact that you have to, if you want to talk to me in public, the fact that you have to
Address that.
Yeah.
for everybody to hear, like, I'm not gay,
Yeah.
but no,
we
like,
can be
don't
friends.
do that.
I don't like that.
But honestly, like I said, I came out when I was in the military, so I was called anything that you can think of, and I can still tell you what they called me. So like, it's a lot, but I'm not easily offended, and so a lot of things won't set me off because
Yeah.
I'm past all
A
that.
lot of
already.
things will get your ass scored on. I
Now-
get roasting your
Now,
mother.
what would make y'all want to drag somebody? Like, what would have to be said to y'all?
It ain't words that's gonna make me
Honestly,
bust down
yeah.
on these nails.
Yeah.
Me
You know?
So it's more of an
personally,
attitude.
Yeah,
more of
no,
a-
it's gonna have to be an action.
when you
You
get
have to put
within,
your hands on
yeah,
me
when you
at
get
this
within
point.
arm's reach,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to snatch
Yeah.
you because I know my mom's watching. I'm Dottie's son. I'm not that person that's gonna. Oh, you have to hit me first. You get within arm's reach, I'm gonna touch you, and you're gonna regret every moment of it, and you're gonna be humiliated
I would
because
rather
you got
you
beat
walk
by
away.
a faggot.
Yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. Oh, that's,
Oh yeah, I
that's a
fight
pride
good.
thing.
Yeah.
Because people want to bash us all day, but then
Uh-huh.
when they get their ass beat by a gay dude, they feel like, oh, we gotta kill them. We gotta
Yeah,
retaliate.
let's talk about that. So, have you had
Oh.
experience where you did beat up a straight man and his pride was so big that? But what did he do?
First,
Have I had that?
a lot of people already. Well, my friends who know me, they already know what's up. But I have drug a few straight men in my day.
Really?
Some because I had to realize like now I can't fight every battle,
Mm-hmm.
but
Yeah.
some people you just gotta show them,
Right.
and like of course once it goes down, it happens so fast for them. They're like, oh my god, yeah, you just got your ass beat by a faggot, and your friends saw.
I wouldn't even know.
So how do you feel now? So that makes you feel less of a man because you feel like this girly man beat you up. But people get it twisted like, yeah, I might be gay, but I'm still a nigga first.
Right.
Yes.
These hands still work just as
Yes.
good.
I promise
Okay.
you. That's the one thing.
And they might have a little sugar on it, but
Right.
guess what? They still run on diesel.
Mm, oh, good lord! Don't play no
Yeah.
games.
That's that.
That is
But yeah,
funny.
but honestly, like
I'm just
it's-
gonna jump on his shoulder with that. And I agree with
Yeah.
everything that he said.
Yeah.
I haven't fought a. Have I fought a straight? I haven't fought a straight dude. Straight dudes don't want to be embarrassed like that. You know
I
what
think
I'm
we got
saying?
that fear
And
of
when
getting
your
that ass
and when
whooped.
your
That's-
voice,
that's-
when you got a wig on and a contour and a deep and a lash and a beat face, and then a nigga try you and you be like, yo, let me tell you something. You know, it
Yeah.
just kind of changes the whole. They be like, whoa, wait a minute. You know.
Yeah, uh-huh.
So it just be. I sounded like Inaya, but it's just a whole different. I've never had to fight a straight. I've never had to fight a girl. I've never had to fight a straight.
I will not.
Yeah,
Fight a
I will
girl.
not fight a girl.
Yes. See,
They will
Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all beating into my
I'm
questions.
sorry.
man.
I'm
Okay,
sorry,
I'm
but
sorry.
I just had to say that because, like you said, we are. Well, I don't know how trans feel. You know what I mean? And I don't want to take away from how they feel, but I do feel like they should. But at the same time, their hormones break them down, and they're not as strong. In my opinion, I don't know. But as for me and my body, I can't imagine.
So y'all feel
I don't know what I would do if I busted her eye socket,
right.
and then she standing there, and I'm like, all because of some
So have y'all
conversation.
seen this? Have y'all seen this happen? Having a gay man attacking women?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
All
y'all-
the
yeah,
time.
Like y'all say, that's a no go in y'all opinion.
First of all,
It's a hell no for me.
I am too big to be
Yeah.
fighting a female. I will destroy them.
Yeah.
Why would I ever do that? And plus, I was raised not to ever do that. And I have a little sister. I wish upon 1,000 stars.
Do y'all
that a
remember
man
when
touched her.
that fight happened at John Jay, and that boy jumped through the roof of this lady's car and he punched her? that's somebody's mama. Yeah, he punched somebody's mama. I couldn't have even been around for nothing like that.
Now,
like,
some
I feel like
females
I
will
would've
push you. Some females will definitely
and
take you to your wits end.
I will, but it's the same thing as a straight man. But instead of putting fear, I feel like I don't always put fear in a straight man's heart. I feel like more so it's a pride thing that they're not gonna just want to fight because they don't want that situation. You know what I mean? But with a female, I really think like with the situations I have been in where I have to tell a girl to hit me like a dude is to get your ass whooped like a dude.
So now, their hands on you first.
To push me, shove me, slap me. I can say this because I've dealt with it. I can handle that. I can grab a girl, push her back off.
I can't.
Without
I can't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Now she gonna be pissed off because daddy got a little arm on. Yeah. But I can't.
I won't even allow myself to raise.
You have to walk off, huh?
I have to.
Yeah, I could tell. We kind of we don't work together, but we know each other. We know each other. Snap. Yeah,
I have Michael Myers tattooed on my arm.
Oh, snap!
I will spaz, and my military friends already know what time it is. Once I start, I can't stop. I'm not one of those friends like, oh, okay, I'm gonna fight till I see blood. Like, I will possibly end you. Like, and I probably still go. I don't know. I'm a tourist and I'm Jamaican and I'm just hot tempered. I can't help that. I just sound like I went through like bad trauma. I'm hot headed and I know what my triggers are now. I cannot allow a female to get me to that point because that's going to be terrible. So I won't even argue. I'm not going to argue with you because it's going to just send me there.
That's just like outing. Well, that's not just like, but another thing I don't do is like the whole I see a lot of gay boys blast straight dudes. I don't play with that. A man's pride, you will be surprised what a man will do behind his pride.
I don't know. I think that's his fault. I mean,
I do agree it's his fault, but the repercussions to certain men, like it's not even worth it.
Some might
that's why I don't like
themselves.
Yes, but some of them will try to kill you.
Even if you get beat up, you might try to kill yourself. You know
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a question because y'all gonna have to bear with me because everything is coming from a straight man's point of view, and this question is that I want to know. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So y'all bear with me.
Okay.
So y'all gay men, right? Y'all like men, correct?
Okay.
Why be feminine? That makes no sense to me. If I like a man, I want my man to be a man.
I'm so glad
right?
to. Can everybody on my Facebook join this live so I could explain to everybody at one time? Because I would love to speak. I'll go first. So, femininity for me, started off as rebellion to my parents. I went through a lot behind my sexuality. More than I will talk about on live at this moment.
Okay.
And we talked about how I would release it. So I went through a lot in my sex, like as a kid, you know what I mean? So I think when I got of age to do what I wanted to do, I did that to be rebellious to my parents. I just was so extreme. I was finally able to get out and do what I wanted to do all this time. So I did it to the max. And I kind of started getting noticed for it, you know what I mean, here, just locally, because at that time, it wasn't a lot of gay boys my age, black, in church as well, I think, as out there as I was. Even though I was trying to keep it from my parents, they knew everything. So that... once it turned to I was getting attention for it, like my first salon that I worked for, I didn't even put in an application for it. She knew me from church. She seen me out dressed up, and she was just like, started coming around, invited me around, started coming around. It was just like, boop, next thing you knew, I was picking models for her and stuff. So it was just, when I saw the business aspect of it, of being able to look so masculine and then being able to just switch that, I took the business out of it. And I mean, Tyra Shaw Studios is opening next month.
So did it help you to fit in per se?
Fit in. I mean, the first part of it too, in addition to rebellion, like when I didn't have control of my depression or like anything that I was going through, anything that was going on in my life, my family, my relationships, people that didn't accept it, all of the things that I didn't know how to deal with, kind of going through it by myself. Sometimes the only thing that I had control of is what I look like. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, usually when you would see this mask, the makeup, it would be a lot going on. And then I saw how much it affected my parents, and I want to say at that time it probably did something for me because of how much they affected me not being open to it. You know what I mean? And so, after growing out of that, it turned into more of like a business aspect for myself. I'm tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
I shave every day.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm tired of it, and I'm tired of it.
Mm.
So I see myself at a point putting it down because if I wanted to do it I've lived as like someone wanting to transgender. Now that I have transgender friends, I feel like you're not transgender until you start the process.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Dressing like that daily, even your hormones, surgeries, things, any of those things. I feel like that's when you're trans. It's not just cross-dressing, but I guess I was cross-dressing, but living as a trans, like I did it for like a year on and off twice. 1 year straight. I've done it twice, and it's just not for me. I don't like getting up every day and going through the 2-hour process.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? I love a lash though.
Yeah, explain the feminine.
So me, it was
love a little heel. Where's the camera?
It was a little weird for me, but I was so obsessed like with my mom. She was like my biggest role model growing up. I wanted to be her. The fact that she came
Your mom pretty. She pretty.
Thank you. I get good
I
genes.
agree with you. I'm gonna let you say everything. I'm just on your shoulder.
My mom came from Jamaica, and she endured so much. And the fact that she overcame all of that, raised 2 kids, got her degree, worked 2 or 3 jobs at a time, and is now living her best life. I've yet to see a man endure the same thing. So I literally was just trying to follow in her footsteps. Mm-hmm. But during that process, me trying to figure out who I am as a person, as Yoshi, Tristan turning into Yoshi, I was like, I went through that whole, should I be a transgender or what am I doing? But then I realized like, I just need to be myself. I respect my mother. I'm very grateful for the things that she's shown me and taught me. The feminine qualities, yes, it did come from her, but I kind of pulled it back and I had to realize like, it's just a part of me. I can't, it's no longer like faking the funk or an act. It literally is just who I am. And the fact that I can pull it off and it looks good and people rock with it, that's how I know for sure, like, this is just who I am.
Me too.
And I can't, this is not me trying to be extra or rebel, like, cause a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
But this right now, this is just who I am. Like, and I can't really, it's really difficult to explain, but it's just something that watching my mother and then trying to figure out who I am as a man, that was hard. So I was like, I want to be just like my mom, but I'm a guy. So like, how do I figure this out? Mm-hmm. But I feel like I have, and you need to.
It's balance.
Yeah.
And
that's why I feel like it's balance.
I really agree with you about the mom's standpoint, even though we had such a rough beginning with this. I remember watching my mama put lipstick on, and I would be, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times I look like a grown ass woman at the age of 25. I don't look like a 24, 25-year-old girl. I dress like a grown ass. I look grown, and I feel like certain things I'm not comfortable color. I'm just, we talked about me just getting into color with my hair and stuff because that was my role. It was just me and her until I was 5. I was adopted. So it was just me and her until I was 5 years old. So I think just being up in the morning waiting for her to get ready, just kind of watching those characteristics is how I learned how to, you got the boy that be, bitch, what's tea? Mm-hmm. What's fanboy?
Believe it or not, I'm
kill
not
that. I don't like that. Well, no, let me tell you something. Somebody that's really dear to my heart is like that, and I can deal with it. Actually, what I'm thinking about it. It's a couple of people. Why don't y'all? Because I feel like I'm already so seen. Like I'm so seen. Like I just need to shut up. Mm-hmm. I walk. My best friend walks behind me, and she's like. I turn around and I look at her and she mugging people and she's like, they got you effed up, friend. They looking at you. I'm like, friend, calm down.
You gotta find.
You gotta realize I'm a bearded woman.
We can't date somebody. We could never. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we could never.
What?
Never be together.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it'll clash.
That's the question I want to ask.
Whoa, my boy. Whoa. Now I have a boo.
Okay.
And my boo is not masculine at all.
Really?
Yeah. He's not masculine. He's a man. He's a man. He mustache. Cut and.
Well, do you prefer Yoshi, what do you prefer? I'm more masculine.
Yoshi won't. We
Listen.
right in the right area, actually.
Actually, okay,
Yeah,
so
follow-
listen. Okay, so we're not going to out any names, nothing like
Yeah, no,
that.
no, no. You
but
surely don't have to. I want
I
to know you like
do,
masculine.
I
or you like
do
feminine.
talk
I
to
like a
like
nice little
drug
Jay-Z.
dealers and rappers, and
Okay.
GL thugs.
Not me.
and-
I'm a
But
gangster.
honestly, like a lot of my friends peg me for the they called me the radar, the detector, because
Really?
because honestly, like when I first came into this lifestyle, I had found myself messing around with men, and I was always their first.
Mm.
So
was turning them out. Yoshi was turning them out.
no, but my thing is like you were already turned out from when you agreed to do it. I didn't have to do that,
Woo. That was
true.
deep.
but it is though. Like
It was like he
if
didn't
I
understand
really
that he
had,
was
if I
gay.
really
He didn't
had
know
that much
until-
power
I've
Right.
over
never been
somebody's
into
mind,
the lustful side of it because
Yeah.
of what I went through as a kid.
Mhm.
So my experiences is very shiesty.
I'm
But-
still confused, guys. So
What?
why is it that if I like a man, why did I still don't understand why you want a feminine man?
because well, honestly, some
You
it's
want
like,
a feminine man?
I mean, I've had
Okay, so
one,
them wanting you then. How about
but
that?
well,
Well,
my thing
I think for straight men, girls, some of my homegirls be mad because I be like, "Girl, he not gay," and they be like, "He asked you for your number." And my
means
thing
nothing.
is
That
like
means nothing.
sometimes
No.
if he's single, sometimes a man is just real with himself. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
men have messaged me and been like, "I ain't ever until
I seen you.
I seen you," and
I don't know.
like
That's fishy.
You know what I just thought about?
Oh my god, you don't believe that?
You gave me your number.
Uh huh. This is true.
Oh,
What? Oh, right.
that's what I'm saying.
You
I'm
see
like,
what I'm saying?
no, that means nothing.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a lot of straight
Well, I
friends.
guess it's
Me
the
too.
intention.
I have.
Intention
Let me
matters.
tell you something.
That is true.
When I go out with my gay friend, I have my gay friend. My friend is Gordon. When me and Gordon go out, I am behind him in the corner. If he's right here, I'm right here,
Mhm.
and that is because like I am very social with all of his peers. We all get along. I don't beef with anybody, but like I don't relate to a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you are you asking why be feminine? Or are you asking why they like
I'm
feminine
asking
guys?
Why they like feminine?
I feel like
Sit-
straight guys like feminine guys because they just like femininity.
Uh-huh.
Usually when a straight guy likes me, his timeline of what he posts, who he like, you know how you post celebrities and stuff,
Mhm.
is always the extras, the extra long nails, makeup, colored hair, bodies. I feel like they're attracted to that. So I feel like once a man has had a little bit of everything, you done had some Asian twang, some mixed twang, some black twang, some white twang. I feel like you'll try some hanging twang.
Mhm.
That's just how I
Yeah.
feel. Like I feel like once you done dabbed into everything, like you'll be willing to try anything. I
Okay.
feel that way.
So with knowing that men looking like women isn't the norm, at least not here in America.
Right.
Because
Okay.
in Korea, they are very feminine.
Yeah.
And they bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My nail
So-
tech be showing me they bad.
Mhm.
So with that being said, knowing that's not the norm in America, are these men and women wrong for staring? Like,
No.
you know what I mean?
I've gotten used to it. I used to like say thank you. Like you could be looking at me and
Mhm.
I'd be like thank you, you know, and they would be like, oh,
Because
I
some
didn't wanna
people will
be
look
rude.
but don't know how to
Yeah,
say it.
and they would-
right.
I didn't
So
wanna be
that's
rude.
why it's
Yeah.
respectful.
So y'all would much
Yeah.
rather them say something than
So-
just stare at
Yeah,
you.
'cause
Yeah,
I
like-
hate being stared
But
at.
don't stop me. Grab my hand. Thank you, baby. You know, let me keep going.
Mhm.
I love it. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I like. It's so funny when little girls be like,
Yeah, I can only imagine.
you know.
Yeah.
I used to work in mental health. That's one of my little passions. And I used to work in mental health. And the littles would be like, my hair is gray. And they would be like, well, when it was gray, they'd be like, are you old? I'd be like, what? And they see my hands. He saw my hand when I did that. And he was like, are you a girl? I don't know. It just doesn't offend me because now I know that I'm self-consciously walking in it. You know, like
Uh-huh.
I know that I choose to keep my facial hair and beat my face, and you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Like it's a decision that I make, and I know
Mhm.
that it's different. You know, it's just like it's like gothics. Like
Yeah, oh yeah.
they
Yeah.
know
I
they know
just-
what they look like. That's
It's
why
nice
they
to
walk.
stand out
Yeah.
in a community that likes to be like
Mhm.
each other all the
Mhm.
time.
Because let me tell you, gay boys find us so weird, right?
Mhm.
Well, let me tell these punks and sissies something. I find oh, it's right there. I find it weird though that they can be so masculine looking, and they be like, "Bitch, what's the tea?"
Honestly,
What's
that
I
bothers
feel
me.
like
Is that-
like
that-
you
Mhm.
coming at me, you look like you looking, and you like, so bitch, what's the tea? What's going on with
Mhm.
the? I'll be like,
It's like they literally are obsessed with
yes,
trying to be so masculine looking
Yes.
out in the streets, but then when they get across their friends, oh my god, like
I
that's
hate
too
that.
much.
So that's
Like,
being fake.
I feel like it's fake.
to me personally,
Because-
it almost seems like they're literally trying to hide so they can blend
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
But I mean, I don't have to hide because
And I don't feel like that. You giving them too much.
Right.
I'm not finna give them all that. It ain't no hiding to blend in. They publicly gay. They're openly gay.
Yeah.
What it is guys that aren't like us, they want masculinity. You know what I'm
So it's
saying?
kind of like a safety net.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like
They
that's
can
why.
get through the,
yeah.
they can go through the hood without any issue.
No, it ain't the hood.
Okay.
It's what they want. To get to say you were openly gay,
Mhm.
okay, you would be the ideal candidate for an average gay guy because you're masculine, even if you're not masculine, you're not feminine.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So they want that. They want to feel like a female. They like how your girlfriend might be
Submissive.
5'5" and you can wrap your arms around her, your eyes be over her head. They want that. And it's just not a reality. You're gay, you being gay, what you like to lay with at night has nothing to do with how you look.
Mhm.
I could be straight and look like this, and girls like me like this. I'll have
Really?
you know.
I get a lot
and
of
I will say it's
attention like
more
this.
lustful than anything.
So they're
But
curious.
Yeah.
no, it's more lustful. Do you hear me? When I say lustful, like I mean Pornhub lustful. But they do like it, nevertheless, right? They
Yeah.
like it. So I feel like gay boys do the most when they look masculine and act feminine because they want to look masculine for the type that they want. You know what I mean? Because the average gay guy that doesn't look feminine, the average doesn't want a feminine guy either. He just wants like his match, you know, or maybe he wears short shorts, but he dresses like a boy, you know, or maybe he wears, a little above the knee. Maybe he wears what's a unisex shoe? I guess like a Tom or something. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying?
So, speaking of looks,
Okay.
what's y'all thoughts on transgenders in these female sports? Because there's a female wrestler kicking ass. Okay, but
Mhm.
it's a man. I mean,
He's fighting
transgender
women.
man. Correct myself. Transgender. Is that even?
So
right?
she's
Transgender
fighting women. Okay, well, so
she's
if,
a wrestler.
if it's
She was born a
if it's
man.
a woman transing to a man, it's a female to man. So it's a
No. She was a man. She went to a female.
Oh,
she went
okay.
to play wrestling
Okay.
females.
oh
And she's
No
kicking
comment.
ass.
No.
Is that
No
fair?
comment.
Is that fair though?
no
Let me
comments.
ask- okay, so let me ask this.
No.
Did-
I don't do it. You got to say.
So
say,
did he transition fully?
Yes.
Snip.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
think.
okay. I feel like it's fine if they accepted her into the sport.
Mhm.
Let her play.
So, is it? But she has more strength than them, right?
Fan to
But
pop.
we also have some women that are dragging men in these streets. So,
But the odds is of a woman
Is
being
it
stronger
even
than a
real?
man.
Because that WWE.
but here's
y'all
your,
talking
but,
No, this is real. This is
But
real.
my
like real
thing
life
is,
fight,
honestly-
like fight.
No, it's a college wrestler
okay,
Oh, okay.
that's kicking ass.
okay,
I mean, whooping them girls.
all right,
Yeah,
it's happening. So, what we gonna do about it now?
but is it fair? That's my question. Is it fair?
They're still allowing it, and
They are allowing
honestly, if it's within regulations, then yeah.
In your opinion, though.
In my
I
opinion,
mean, like you
I
said,
don't. I feel like
men
go
are stronger
for
than
it.
women.
You think-
Overall.
I'ma
Overall,
say-
because I do know there's a select few women that are way stronger than men.
But there are few select few. Women.
But I mean, but what's fair though? Because we all have an equal chance of being the same strength, if not better.
That's true.
no,
Well,
woman
I'm gonna
has-
say
no. If me and this woman work out at the same time, I don't think she has. She doesn't have the chance. Now, if I stop working out, she continues. Maybe then at that point. But
Well, I
if
think
we work out
what
at
you
the
were
same
saying is
time,
like what you put into it, basically. Is what you
Yeah.
put at that time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Doesn't that
That's
make her
been
have to
my
work
motto.
harder? Does that not make her have to work harder? Because she got to keep up with me.
It depends. What if she's your challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Because what if she does supersede you?
I remember you had telling me at one point in time she's taking hormone pills to put her on a certain level to make her on the same playing ground.
Mm-hmm.
Just for
But
that.
even with that being said, even if I took some type of hormone pill, as soon as I get to working out, isn't my testosterone gonna kick back in at some point?
Well, I think the hormones is like fighting the testosterone.
Yeah.
ain't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
It's breaking you down.
You're transitioning.
I mean, my friend, let me tell you,
softer.
my
Softer.
girl,
Mhm.
Does that make you weaker though?
it's no, I think it does. I mean, it's breaking down your muscle mass.
Yeah, you are. You are becoming softer, a lot more feminine. So you're not gonna have.
It
like
only
that.
worked for certain ones, though.
Yeah,
Yeah. 'Cause
You're right.
That wrestler is.
but he. Okay, you're right. It only works for some. Okay, it's one size fits most. Not all.
What's
Yeah.
that mean? Hold on, y'all.
That pill
Like that pill don't
don't
break
really work for
everybody down.
everybody.
Yeah,
just
see, my
like
friends don't need
perms
nothing
don't
done to
work
her
for everybody.
shoulders.
Yeah.
Titty sit right, jawline slim down, everything to me,
And
everything.
then I know somebody who's built like a box cutter. So yeah.
So y'all say yes. Let transgenders.
No, I say I wouldn't. That's my answer.
You say no.
I
feel
wouldn't.
like if there is because they have to go through a panel. You
But
have
how
to go
could you
through,
wake up with them
But-
chi-chis every day and not feel like a real girl?
But listen, but at the end of the day, like how we feel about it is not really going to change anything. They still have to go through a panel to approve it, and if they get approved, let them play.
Okay. Okay.
How do
I can
you
see
feel
that.
about a transgender working at a straight strip club?
Check this out. Should it be mandatory for a transgender to let you know that she's transgender?
No,
Oh, you gonna ask a question? Don't you answer that question? What? How you gonna ask a
No.
question with a question?
But
I
my
know
thing
because
is-
it went into it. That's good. No.
Okay.
No. To answer your question,
Okay.
no. That's messed up.
Why is that messed up?
Because I go into what's my thoughts when I go into a strip club? These are women, right?
Ass. Y'all ain't
Yeah,
even thinking about
but-
the pussy. Y'all thinking about the ass.
Think about the ass, but again, the
It's
strip
titties.
club is for women.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's my intention. That's my thoughts going in. So when I find out otherwise, that's a problem. That's why I asked, should it be mandatory for a transgender to let that be?
Yes.
Because I've had look, check this out.
You
I've had
said
a time,
yes. It's
I've
mandatory.
had a time where I had a time where I was in the club, right? When I was younger, and I was kissing the girl, just met her, kissing her in the club. Now imagine if that was a transgender.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? No, it wasn't a transgender. But I'm just saying,
Uh-huh.
that's why I mean,
Probably
it should be
not.
mandatory because there's people who would kiss a stranger in the club. So like I said, should it be mandatory for it to be said? Like I'm
gonna give the same type of answer I gave for this last question. I let everybody know. If I'm single and you come up to me, I'm like, I'm a boy. I'm like,
Yeah.
So you
or
let 'em know.
when I look like a girl, like when I'm fully dressed, hair and shit, I hate when guys approach me because I'm like, I don't know how to do that fake. Hey, I'm like, hey. I don't know.
I mean, I do, but
But
still,
okay, but me, I'm speaking. For me, I don't. So I
Yeah.
be so nervous. I be like, oh, leave me alone.
I'm not nervous.
So should you have to?
I do.
Okay,
I do.
you're
Let
right.
them know.
You're
I
right
do.
because I would do this. I would
I
give you
do.
the same courtesy
I
if
do.
somebody approached me. I would tell you because
I do.
that is a situation I don't want to have to beat you up over
Yep.
because you come at me all
Yes.
disrespectful because you were under the impression that I was
Yes.
a girl. I mean,
And if
whether
they
you
come
thought
at
that
me-
or
if
not,
they
you're
come at
still
me
interested.
smooth.
So
Like they come to my ear like, "What's up?" I'll be like, "I'm a girl. Just keep walking."
I'm a girl.
I
That's what you say?
say I'm a boy.
Oh,
Just keep
I'm
walking. I'll be like, I'm not a girl. I'll be like, I'm a boy. Just keep walking. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
that's
Like
what's up.
I tell them just keep walking because if they feel embarrassed, like it's a
Yeah.
scene. I
that's
hate
so
that.
good for
pride.
you
Yeah.
because that doesn't happen with me.
Oh really?
It's like, oh, okay, but I mean, you still cool though.
Oh well,
so,
yeah.
no.
That's the
What does that mean?
That's
Still
the
cool,
norm.
though, so
But that's the situation. That's not a date.
It
That's not a
opens
every
doors
time.
for a lot
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I ain't gay, but head ain't got no gender.
No, to go back, to that transgender in sports.
Okay.
What about the women that feel like they're taking our space? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we barely able to play basketball and tennis and all these things here, and then y'all coming in taking our spots.
So what would make everybody happy? Y'all want a transgender basketball league?
That's a good question. Or should
That
y'all
sound
just
like
not
some
be
good
allowed?
money.
Should they not be allowed to be in the sport? Period. You gotta go with the men. You born a man.
But I mean,
Well,
like, I just feel like
Then
equal
it's gonna be a
opportunity for
problem because
everybody.
these men is gonna be
They're not
getting their
gonna
ass whooped by
They're
transgenders.
not gonna like that. They're not
What?
gonna like what you crazy?
I just feel like it should be equal opportunity for everybody.
I mean, I don't know how to feel about that because I can't think like a trans. I can't
That's a lot.
You know what I
People
mean?
don't
Like,
understand like that.
because I have
world
empathy for
is
them.
a
You know what I
lot.
mean? I'm
Mhm.
like, dang, like they just want to be
To fit in
accepted.
somewhere.
I
Yeah.
went there. I've been there. You know what I mean? Like I've been in that place. Like I don't care. And then you start doing anything for acceptance. That's almost how gay families started. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
it's almost it's close enough.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know how to answer that because I feel like, shit, what you gonna do with them? They need something. They want to
Yeah.
play basketball. Joanna Man did it.
Yeah, I know, but look at that. I don't know. I can see.
What?
I can see them being upset. Like,
Holiday was the
my client.
musician.
Oh.
I'm like, come on now.
Yeah.
Okay, so do y'all feel that being gay is a phase for y'all, or this is life?
Oh no, I'm a career gay.
Career gay.
I'm stuck.
This is it.
I'm stuck
Okay.
because this is something that I can't turn on and turn off.
Okay.
So
This is who you are.
this is it.
We finna argue.
Why?
Tell me your
I
thoughts.
mean, I feel like as for me, in my lifestyle,
Mhm.
it's a choice. I feel like I was introduced to it, and had I never been introduced to it, I wouldn't have been gay.
Mm.
That's how I feel. Now, my family feels otherwise. Certain family feels otherwise. Select few family feels otherwise. They could tell when I was walking as a baby. They could, but I was always around my mama. I probably would be a metrosexual. I probably would have a little clear coat.
Mhm.
My brows probably will be done,
Mhm.
And at this point, if I get a house and a wife and kid, of course she would know about me, and I might have a lash.
So what you're saying is,
But,
so you saying
but
you plan
I feel
on?
like,
I heard you say earlier you plan on
Yeah.
putting it down.
I mean, as far as dressing up, yeah, I do plan on putting it down. I do. I
So
am.
what's gonna happen at that point? You mean you're just gonna be
Well,
dressing like a
just
straight
scroll
man?
through. Scroll through Facebook. It's there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be a man, And when,
But see, I've seen
I-
pictures, but you had like maybe your beard was dyed. I don't know. That
but
was
I had on makeup. No, yeah,
You
the
still
white.
had on,
Yeah,
So,
that was
that's
me.
Still,
I just
that's
bleached my
still in that
beard.
same realm. So you're
You're
not
right.
gonna do that no more either.
It's gonna be literally like a transition. I'm gonna do it for the business aspect of it until I don't need to. Once I don't need it, I'm not gonna do it. And that part is different from the sexual my preference, what I prefer to lay with. Okay, that is, I'm tired of shaving every day.
Mhm.
I am not an ugly male,
Mhm.
and I'm okay as a male.
Mhm.
So when I just, as I don't need it anymore and I'm getting tired of doing it, I'm deciding to put it down. Now, as to my sexual,
That's what I want to know. Are you putting down
Preference.
your sexual preference as well?
as long as I got my little shorty around, I'm good, But as
Okay.
far as,
so you
after
plan on
he's
being
done,
with just a woman?
I mean, as long as I have him, we will be
Who's
what
him?
we are.
Hold on. I'm lost. now.
As
As long as you have him, who's him?
I have somebody that I deal with.
So you want to have both of them?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, it's life. I'm saying, like, knock on wood,
Mhm.
something was to happen. We didn't get together and stay together. I don't see I'm 25. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm either going to have kids with this, me and him are going to adopt, or find a way, do our thing to have kids, or I'm going to do what I want to do and
Mhm.
have a family.
And you said you're gonna let her know if you decide to go with the woman. You're gonna let her know.
I
Hey,
mean, it ain't nothing to let her know. She's going to know.
she's gonna know.
It's no secret who Tyra Shot is. You're gonna know. It's a part of me. So I just feel like that person has to understand. Like, being bisexual is about communication.
Mhm.
Being bisexual is about honesty and trust. You know what I'm saying? And that's a realization that I'm coming into it with now by the person that I deal with saying things like, don't cheat on me with a girl. I could, basically, like, it's like a girl saying, I don't just never want my man to cheat on me with a man. Like, I feel like it's something I'm not doing as a woman. I feel like that's how he would feel. So I say I don't cross contaminate. If I'm talking to one, I don't talk to the other, sexuality wise. So that's what I say. I don't cross contaminate. And then, I mean, I'm going educational, but then I do, when I get out of a relationship, I do my 6 months of testing.
Mhm.
That's how long it can take for any type of that, for HIV to get into your bloodstream and stuff like that. So I do that. When I stop talking to a female and start talking to a male, vice versa. That's
Same
what I
thing.
do. So, I mean, as for me, it's a decision. I'm happy where I am now. I'm happy with who I'm dealing with now.
Yeah.
But like I said, if it didn't happen with him, I don't see myself. I see this lifestyle is hard. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. I see myself as a man, so of course I see the person I talk to as a man. So I want it 50-50. You know what I'm saying? But I still want to do nice things. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like with a female, I would do more because of, I guess, upbringing That's what I seen in the household.
Mhm.
My dad was a breadwinner. My dad took care. My dad surprised my mom with cars, and this and that. So I'm like, I feel like that's how it should be. But with a man, it should be 50-50. You know, you do for me, I do for you. We do for each other. Which I feel like it should be that way in a straight relationship too. But more so in our relationship, it shouldn't be put on the masculine.
Mhm.
You know, too many gay boys want the masculine for the stereotype and not because it's what they're attracted to.
Yoshi, have you ever dealt with a woman?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
How did that go?
I don't have patience for it.
So
What made you try that?
Were you like, and then just like, what was it?
Oh no, it works.
It works.
It works.
Let me tell you something.
dealing with
Don't-
a woman,
Tell them don't think that sexuality
right?
thing-
like,
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I imagine if you gay men, that
but
you
I don't
even
want to.
get-
But see, my thing
you
is
know?
like, because that statement alone opens up so many
Yeah.
insecurities for a straight man. Oh, he's still a dude. Like he can still probably take my girl. Like it's not that deep. But like
Yeah, that's true.
the couple that I really like was really into, I realized like it didn't feel natural. And that's when I realized, okay, the gay thing is for me. Because for me trying to please everybody else, you just need to be with a girl and start a family. No, that's the picture you're trying to paint.
Mhm.
Like, what about my mental health?
What did it feel like with the girl? Like when you sit there and say it wasn't for you, like what did it feel like?
I mean, it felt good. It just didn't feel natural.
Just didn't feel natural.
Are you meaning the relationship or the sex?
The sex.
Oh.
I mean, it felt good. It just did not feel natural. Trying to
Yeah.
be with a woman in a relationship, it just did
It's
not
way
feel
more
natural.
to it than it not jumping. It's gonna jump.
Yeah, but my
It
thing
ain't
is,
I won't even say it, but
yeah,
I
it
can make
just
the next man
wasn't.
jump.
Yeah,
You
it
can
wasn't.
think I can't. You can think I can't, but the truth of the matter is I can. I can. He can. You could. It's just it ain't that got its own mind.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
It just for me, it
it's
just it
looking
doesn't
for
feel
a
natural.
feeling. It's
And
not
that's
looking for a
the best I
gender,
can put it.
right? It's
Mhm.
looking for a feeling. It's not looking for a gender. If you
Yeah.
know how to make it feel,
Right.
it will move.
It
It's
did.
gonna move.
It did, yeah.
She blushing me.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Okay. So, what was your first gay experience? Let's try to be a little PG.
Oh well, I mean, my
We was playing house.
you are so bad. Honestly, like my first gay experience was in kindergarten.
You are. Oh.
No, it was literally kindergarten.
Dang, really?
Hmm
Really?
Yep. I got
You kissed them.
yeah. Well, he
Oh.
kissed me.
Mhm.
So disrespectful.
I mean, you know, but yeah, that was it.
I think my first gay experience was molestation.
Mhm.
It was introduction.
And we was talking about kids earlier, right? Now, one of the big problems in the conscious community when it comes to homosexuals and people of the community is they feel like with the police trying to kill us, and they feel like pushing the homosexual agenda is killing off black folks, pretty much because y'all can't reproduce. What is y'all thoughts on that?
Well, it's the straight people making more gay people. So maybe y'all should have a conversation.
What do you mean? So
I
kids are
got
becoming
you.
gay? Like, what do you mean?
got you.
First of all,
First of all,
like,
these girls need to stop smoking that weed while they pregnant.
I
And
mean,
drinking
me
that drink
personally,
while they pregnant is causing
I-
chemical imbalance.
but see that causes a conflict because see, he feels that it's a choice. I feel like you're born with it.
Mhm.
Really?
I was kissing a boy in kindergarten, and I was
Let me
never.
tell you
But mind
something.
you, but in that moment, I also even before that, I was never exposed to anything homosexual. Like I was raised in a Jamaican household,
Yep. You know what's crazy?
so none of that was
We
ever
think that.
discussed. I was never introduced to it, and in the neighborhood I grew up in, it wasn't never around me.
It was just in you.
It literally was. I was
It
I
depends
was
on the
never.
circumstance.
I literally did not have any introduction to anything homosexual until I got to high school. And even then, it was questionable. It was nothing ever for certain. It was like, I wonder, that person's different. They walk different. They talk different.
Mhm.
It was never like, oh, that's gay. No, I was never like introduced to nothing like that until I got into the military. and I had to shower with 85 dudes every day.
Whoa!
So was he?
That's
but
what the military do.
are they wrong?
up.
Are they wrong for saying that y'all can't procreate and it's going to kill us off pretty much eventually?
But I mean, the thing is,
I
like
mean-
the world has balance. There's people who are born with cancer and they die off. There's people who have mental health and have aneurysms.
Yes, they
There's
put
life
gay
is all
stuff.
about balance. They make
Y'all
it
just
seem
make
so
gay
over dramatic.
seem-
Either
yes.
way,
Even in the church.
either way, the earth is still
Yeah.
overpopulated.
Mhm.
So us being gay has nothing to do with y'all sperm and eggs
Yes.
because y'all the ones. If it's up to y'all, then y'all don't need to talk to us. Let us live our lives and be happy. It's up
And
to
you
y'all.
talking
It's y'all
about
to
black.
reproduce.
You said black, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
black
the
men
black
need to
community.
stop sleeping. Never mind. Sleep with somebody black. If
Right.
you want some more black people. How about that?
Because that conversation it goes
So
way
you
deeper
saying
than
that
that.
they
I don't mind interracial. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't us. Like,
I mean, when these conscious people are saying this, like, what is y'all thoughts? Like,
Are they really conscious?
I'm not listening to the bullshit.
I feel like it's ignorant.
I ain't even heard that. To be honest with you, I haven't even heard that.
Because if y'all doing y'all job, why are you worried about us?
you are so
well, I guess they get scared of. They feel that the agendas that's being pushed in front of the kids. So as we see on the cartoons now. On the cartoons now,
hold on,
there's-
hold
I'm not gonna
on.
lie,
There's
I
a
don't
whole
like
bunch of
that.
parents.
No, talk about it.
Come on.
I bring it up because we have cartoons now.
Yeah.
That,
Now, honestly,
Now that's a
I
little
don't-
much. But SpongeBob was gay.
was he?
Him and Patrick was in that rock doing something.
I hate.
I'm making up stuff.
Right? No,
No, but for real though, for real. Like they got
I
the
don't
same-sex
like. I don't like
parents
the
and-
whole.
I
gay
don't.
thing being
I'm
pushed.
very. Let me tell you something. When I'm not reserved, like in the sense of I don't look how I want to look.
Mhm.
I'm very much so out the box, but I have reservation, meaning like I put myself in places where I can be me.
Mhm.
Now, when I go to the mall, that's why when I see kids and they looking upside down on the stick, I just keep walking. I don't address it. You know what I mean? I feel like at that point, you can't stop from. You're in a public place, so you can't stop what your kid sees, and he or she is seeing a lot worse than a boy with makeup on. You know what I'm saying? So, in that sense, I'm not reserved, but I don't like coming around my guy cousins, little cousins, like this. Like, I don't like them seeing me, like.
Why?
Because
It's the life you chose. You're comfortable with it.
I want their parents, anyone's parent that deals with a boy, in my opinion. I want their parent to be able to have that. Them see me. My god kids did not see me. My godson both of my god kids have my middle name. Now the youngest one, I've been active in his life since he's been born. But the second one, I've been active in his life since he's been born. When he came to the age to know who Uncle Ty was, I kind of was distant. You know what I mean? And when I dressed like a boy, I would come around because he needs to be old enough to understand it. That's why I don't feel like these parents supporting 10-year-old transgenders. They don't know. A 10-year-old does not know whether he is a top.
There you go, right?
He does not know whether he is a top. That's a sexual preference in the gay lifestyle, meaning whether he's pegging or getting pegged. He doesn't know what he wants. He probably doesn't know what it means. He
That's
doesn't
crazy
know
when
if
you say
he's
that.
gay or if he feels like he's in the wrong body.
But Yoshi was
He
a
don't-
kid in
But
You know what I mean?
you haven't.
Yeah.
You
I guess most men they don't happen like that.
at 10 years old.
Yeah.
At 10 years old, you've seen something. You've watched mom do it, and you just want to be like mom, and you just haven't found a balance. You have to give that kid time to go through the
themselves.
motions
Mhm.
and try drag and try what's it called when we do this? What I'm doing, the beard and the makeup. It's something else. The butch. I'm gonna call it the butch one.
Yeah,
You have to
let's go old
try.
school.
You have to try these different things and find your niche. That's how I found me. You know what I mean?
And that's something that you actually have to experience. It's
yeah,
not
you
something
have to go
you
through
can
it.
just research.
I had
and just
a
look
I had a
at.
12-year-old, and I gotta talk slow when I say this because it was work. And I had a 12-year-old that I dealt with at my job in mental health, and I literally talking to him and showing him who I was and how I changed. He stopped taking hormones. His parents were okay with it. They moved him from the male to the female side. You know what I'm saying? And as a result, he wanted to go back because he was like, oh, I
made
can
a
wear
mistake.
heels with a mustache. That's really what I like is how my mama looks in. it's a revelation. You have to go through it. You have to find yourself. If
Yeah, but
you're
everybody's
pushing this
different.
on them, what's gonna happen when I know a 30-year-old stud that has changed their life?
Mhm.
So then, listening to y'all, it's kind of sounding like the gay agenda is real. Like you can turn out these little kids. It's because of what it sounded like.
Yeah,
Kids-
I feel like we impact everything.
Kids are sponges.
I feel like we
at
have,
that
and
right
now you
age,
have to realize
yeah.
people are gay for the trend.
For the trend.
People are gay for the fashion.
And
People
that's-
do
and
not
that's real.
understand the agony of it because now people are coming out and it's accepted. You know what I'm saying?
People love
And
a fly gay boy
yeah,
that can make
it's
them look good
girls.
and feel
It's
good.
girls saying they like girls because they know that there's guys that like girls that like girls.
Yeah, boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's guys that pretend to be gay for the filth. I dress up because women flock to it. And I'm a makeup artist. And the industry is slow for me. When you are just, a hairstylist, you can need your hair done today at 10 o'clock and I'm booked. Well, you can come at today at 8 o'clock. But if you need your makeup today at 3 o'clock and I have a 3 o'clock, I can't take you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's busy.
And so as a result, my business can be a lot slower. So this has brought me into a lot of clientele. I walked into jobs just so easily like this. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I see that as the same thing as a guy pretending to be gay for a career or a girl pretending to be gay for a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like I see girls talk to girls for their dude. You know, it's not just a lifestyle.
Oh, can y'all name a time where y'all got discriminated against? I don't know if I asked that yet. I don't think I asked that. A time where y'all got discriminated.
I'm trying to pick at least one.
I want a good one. I want
A good one?
Like, I was just so appalled. You burst out in tears because you was just like, "What? What
Oh,
is this?" Like,
tears?
I haven't
No.
had that moment.
Right.
Because I try, man.
Oh.
I feel like being being disrespected. Like I said, to talk to me crazy is to get your ass roasted up. Fire your black eyed pea looking ass.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get on your ass. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never had that like, oh my God, like they said. Like I haven't had that moment.
I think the worst was probably in high school.
Probably
but
with
I wasn't even
family.
out. I didn't even know what I was at
Yeah.
that time. So
Yeah.
it was like it was just the whole name calling back. You know, high school kids are.
I think the worst
relentless.
thing I've dealt with is my family saying that they always knew I was gay when I feel like I wasn't always.
Right.
Like I feel like, and I've posted that on Facebook. Like I hope the cousins that said they knew I was gay, I always been gay. I hope they don't feel some type of way when they little girls that's playing basketball,
Yeah,
5'11",
okay.
15 years old,
You just made
and
me
people
think
start
about
calling
something.
them a stud and stuff. Like I hope they feel just the same way as they felt when they was calling me gay.
Yeah.
Because my mama bought me
I
some
did.
tight jeans. Or
I
my
did
mama
go
didn't
through
want my
something.
jeans falling
My
off my
aunt-
ass.
My aunt did say something. I was
Yeah, that's why I
was
said
off in the Air
family.
Force, yeah, and
Mhm.
they were having a cookout, and this is when my uncle that had passed away. This is when I guess it was publicly brought to him,
Mhm.
and she was like, "So, how do you feel about Tristan being gay?" And he just lost it. But to hear that took place, like that hurt my feelings.
Mhm.
Because before you asking me how am I feeling, where's my mental, like, are you okay? You wanted to have a conversation to my family as if they were just gonna continue that
Uh-huh.
conversation. Yeah, like you thought, like what type of people did you think they were?
Your uncle defended you?
My uncle lost his mind,
Alright.
and
In a
he
negative
said,
way?
huh?
No, he defended.
Yeah, he was defending me,
Oh. Yeah.
and he was attacking her,
Mhm.
and like he sent her home crying. But my thing is like, of course, I always loved my uncle. We've always had like that unspoken bond. But as far as my aunt, I was a little disappointed because I didn't expect that from her. Because
So she was a negative one.
yeah,
Wow.
and it caught me off guard because I've always considered her one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so for that to take place, I was like, it's never been right since then.
Yeah, see, I can name several family experiences, but like just in the world, like I haven't had that type of problem. I have had like family tell me like, you need to walk in, like basically be what you were born as. And I'm like, bitch, I am a man. I'm still a man.
That pisses me off sometimes.
I got on eyelashes. I am a bearded woman. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all feel there's a place for y'all's community and religion? Because it seems like every religion seems to bash you guys.
I honestly,
Especially
I'm
you being the preacher's son.
still blessed, honestly, because I feel like where I'm at right now, I literally would not be where I am right now if I wasn't who I am.
So are you a Christian? What are you?
I can't answer that, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, like, I do believe in something.
Mhm.
I do know there's a higher power, but I have questions.
Mhm.
And I can't really. The one thing about me that's difficult is I don't like to put a title or a label on it because I don't necessarily fit, and I don't really want to say like I'm fully Christian because I have my reservations about that as well.
Right.
But I do feel like there is a place because there's a lot of successful gay people in the world, and we're much needed.
I'm only in religion though. This is true.
Religion.
In religion.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, because
We're not-
I seen the gay pastor. Is that like an oxymoron? Like, is that like what in the world?
Let me say this. Okay, so I believe in God.
Mhm.
I believe that Jesus died on the cross for my sins. Bled and died on Calvary for me. I was raised Baptist, and then I guess I moved to non-denominational, the church that I've been at for like the past 4 or 5 years. Shout out to The Rock. I'm a little out there, but I'm sorry. But I go to church. I believe in God, and I feel like at a point I questioned like how I'm finna open a salon. Like, you know, and the things that fell in my lap, the resources and people that were placed in my life. Like, how did that come about? And I'm living such a horrible,
quote unquote,
life. You know what I'm saying? Like, when do
Why is God still
say
blessing you?
you don't? Yes, not my church, but the church made me feel like, you know, you are depressed, you have anxiety, you have generational curses, you have grudges that you're holding, you know, you fornicate, you know, you smoke, you drink, you know what I'm saying? And I would be like, but they're worried about me being gay. You know what I'm saying?
What
Like,
y'all think
and-
about on what was that TV show with Queen Latifah where they tried to pray, where Tyrese tried to pray the gayness out of her? Y'all remember that? What was
Oh, I don't think
Star.
Oh, I
On
didn't
Star.
see that.
What do y'all think about
I don't
that?
watch TV.
Thinking that you can pray the gay away.
I'm coming into a new revelation. And when you walk in the body of Christ, when you walk in the body of Christ, it's not that you prayed the gay away, you prayed the drink away, you prayed the coke away, you prayed the fornication, anything away. It's you make a self-conscious decision to walk in that path. You know what I mean? And the Bible says the thought of it is just as wrong as the act, right? And so it's literally getting strong enough to make the decision to, I'm not going to pick that up, I'm not going to do it, and being strong enough to, I call it corny because it's corny for me to say, it would be corny for me to say, like, that's not my thought. I rebuke that thought in the name of Jesus. That's not my thought. But I feel like in my mind, the person that makes those decisions to put the drink down, to put the homosexuality down, they accept that it's not what they want. It brings too much havoc to their life, and they decide to walk in that. And that is deliverance. I feel like that's what deliverance is.
Is old boy really delivered?
Who?
Y'all know who I'm talking about. Is he really delivered?
I don't believe that.
What y'all think? I don't believe
I
it.
don't believe it at
You can tell him I
all.
said it. I don't believe that.
No.
That little boy with that mink.
Do y'all feel like the church pushes y'all away, or do they welcome?
Not my church.
Okay.
And when they really, I can honestly say I really tried my church. When they really was like they loved me and accepted me, and I was saying I ain't coming to church because I gotta work, and I work at Sephora, so I be wearing hair and makeup. Just come as you. I tested that.
I
gotta be to work at 3. Church start at 12:30, so my only option is to go to work ready. Nothing
Really?
at my church. My first experience, the Rock Fellowship, San Antonio, Texas. It's off of 14 and Perrin Vital. No looks. And some people have to be like, Ty, hey, And
They
I was
recognize you.
like,
They thought you was somebody else.
Yeah, no, my
Yeah.
church back
Now-
in Chicago. Mm-mm.
now
Mm-mm.
I will say I have a reservation, so I used to sit on the first row, next to my accountability partner. I
Mhm.
did move back without a conversation being had, but that's my reservation. So I don't know what would happen if I would have sat on that front row like I normally would. But my reservation said,
Mhm.
you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Yeah.
No, I've never went through that.
I didn't have a problem. I was even singing.
Yeah.
I've been on the way to sing at my dad's church,
Mhm.
and I have bit my nails off like on the way to his church because I'm like, oh my gosh, old school
Oh,
Baptist.
that was nerd. I know that nerd.
Yeah,
come
like I'm
on.
like, I'm not going in there like that.
Right.
Like I'm for real, I've done that. But my church, I'll just put myself in there, and I don't focus on the kids looking or the men that's visiting for the first time that don't know me looking
Oh, well.
like what the heck,
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't worry about it.
So there's people that think that the gay community is just a fuck fest. Like they're doing it all. Can y'all break that down for me? What
You want to go first, or you want me to? Because
Is it like that?
I'm going for the straight first.
go for it?
Okay, so first of all, I feel like straight men lust because a lot of time, believe it or not, they don't act on the feeling, and when you don't act on it, I feel like that's how taboo starts and weird things
When you say act on the feeling, it's
towards the homosexual. Yeah,
Okay,
being
go ahead.
homosexual. I think like once they have that feeling, they keep it so pushed down. I feel like they watch porn, and they educate themselves on it like that, and I feel like that's how these millionaire drag queens that travel, these white collar lawyers that travel across the state and come and do drag for 2 weeks on business with a wife and kids at home. That's how that kind of stuff happens because they're in this box, right? They're in this box and they're not able to feed what they may just want to kiss a boy,
Mhm.
but now they don't watch boys kissing and they done started playing with each other's nipples, and now they want to do that. And before you know it, 2 girls, 1 cup is alive.
Oh God.
That's the PG version.
Yeah.
I feel like that type of stuff comes from lust,
Uh-huh.
a buildup of lust and not getting it out. And
Yeah. But
like,
no,
you know
it's
what I
not
mean?
no
And that's from
damn-
my dealings with men. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I want you to. I'm like,
Don't get me started on that. But no, it's not no.
You need to
damn
get
fuck
out.
fest.
Hey, so what's up with these? I mean,
And then now, as far as the gay community, what'd you call it? What kind of fest?
A fuck
A
fest.
fuck fest.
Yeah.
I agree.
you think so?
I
I mean,
think
same
it's-
thing in the straight community.
I
It
think
is.
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody just likes fucking. I mean, hey.
Yeah.
Hello, y'all got Freaknik,
Yeah.
so y'all can save that.
Yeah.
He said freaking.
Y'all got Freaknik in Atlanta. Don't play.
Do y'all think it's a lot of being that y'all are in the community? Y'all think it's a lot of DL men out there?
Yes.
So
Yes.
y'all think it's your job to? You say you don't want to out them.
No.
but God,
And
I
no.
know.
And no, it's not
Them
nobody's
girls be
damn
like, I need you to
job.
come with me because you're gonna be my gaydar. Hell no.
No.
You need to be your own gaydar. Is he looking at your booty, girl? You see the reflection in that window when y'all walk in? See if he looking at you.
So I mean,
Right.
y'all
You
think
be
it's
your own
y'all's job
gaydar.
to look, yo, talk to him like, look, yo, you need to go.
Hell
ahead
no.
I'm sorry, I don't work
Ain't
for
nobody
free.
talk to me.
Not for free, baby.
Nah, you need to
No, but
figure
it's not
your
our
life out.
job. Like,
Mhm.
just like how we have our lifestyle, they have theirs, and we got to be respectful of that. Now, some of them are not
respectful.
conducive
It's
to
a
my
difference
lifestyle.
between being private and DL.
I know, but is that respectable? No, tell how you feel.
It depends on the person. Like if they are single and they're literally just trying to live their life like in the shadows,
Right.
that's cool.
That's cool.
Now, when you're trying to live your life and you got a wife and 6 kids,
Mhm.
Come on.
and you trying to get your rocks off at my place, but my rent due.
Mhm.
No, you're not about to reap the benefits and then go home
Bring it in.
and spend your bread on your wife and kids. No, if we gonna do that, I need a Benz outside my door.
Yeah.
I need my
And I
lights,
was- oh.
my lights paid. I need groceries in my fridge. Don't ever sit here and try to use me as a toy because I'm too big to be anybody's secret.
Mm.
I'm not about to sit here and sneak in your house. Give me some money or I'm gonna scream.
Oh,
Yeah. And
Like, for
I feel that
real.
way. And honestly, I get guys, it's straight guys that inbox me and it's like, can I get some head? Or, can I?
Is that gay?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. And
That
because
is very gay.
I'm a dude. I am a dude. No, but no, I feel like I it's gonna make me sound a little sketchy, but I do at this point because it pisses me off. I do be like, they be like, "Can I have some head?" I be like, "Can I get my nails done?" And it's to say, they be like, what? You know, that's always the response. Or like,
they must think in their head.
yeah,
you
like,
just waiting.
yeah, you know, like they like, I'm like, they like, what? You know, it's always the response. And the point of that is not, I'm gonna give you head if you get my nails done, but like, you just coming at me. I don't know you from nothing, and you want this from me. Like, well, I was just sitting up here looking at my nails need to be filled, so I was just wondering, you trying to get your rocks off? What you want me to say? Oh, I need some, so yeah, I'm gonna give you some. No, I don't. I was perfectly fine with my mouth where it was.
Earlier in the conversation, you had brought up something. Why is it though that straight men always think that you guys are coming for them? Like, they always think that like you can't have
the gay's gonna be mad at me.
The
gay's gonna be mad at me for what I say.
It's all right. Go ahead. Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Yoshi.
I don't like the fact. What really irks my gears, it just sends me, is that the gay people that I come across, they automatically think that I'm trying to take their butt.
The gay people, or the straight men? You talking about the straight men?
Yes, the straight men.
Yeah, okay.
Like, why do straight men think that because we gay that we want your
because if you came, I'm saying we in a random place and you just came talking to me. First thought my head would be, he's trying to get at me.
Really?
And why? No, help correct my mind, y'all.
Okay.
Help correct my mind.
Why?
Why is that wrong?
No, I'm just like,
why is that wrong? You know what I'm saying? For me to even think that.
Because this life is not sex.
And my thing is, and if you're secure, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Whatever comes your way.
Number one, that this lifestyle is not sex. It's not built off sex. Mm-hmm. We are people. Mm-hmm. We like to talk. And I'm going to defend my straight friends right now. I'm going to say that a lot of guys have that persona because gay boys, transgenders,
they're very manipulative.
Want that woman to man relationship, that woman to man experience so bad with them being the woman that they choose to force it on someone, then come deal with what can handle you. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can come. Yeah, I come with a few things. I come with some lashes, a couple of pair of heels, and some nails. But I can handle you. I will treat you how you want to be treated. And you choose to put yourself in a situation where you're either only a toy, as you said, or you're being rejected constantly because you're going for this persona. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying, stone cold, but I'm saying like they just want that woman to man experience so bad. And I feel like that scars the man, the straight man.
What would you tell the straight man when the gay man comes and have a conversation? What would be your words to him? Like, don't think that way. Find out.
Just stand your ground and be respectful.
What are you saying? Like what do you?
Yeah, like what do you say to a straight man when he does get approached by a gay man? Not in that way. But
don't see them. But my thing is, don't see them as another man and have a man-to-man conversation. Just keep it with respect.
So and I'm gonna tell you. If you notice them catching an attitude because you calling them bro, or you dap them up instead of hugging them, or now I'm a huggy person. My daddy has a bike club. I hug every man in the bike club. I don't shake hands with nobody. His close friends that are in there started hugging me, and so I make it. That's how I greet everybody now. So I feel like if I met you though, I'm just gonna open arm. Whatever you give me is what I'm gonna take. Mm-hmm. When you start noticing attitude coming behind that, or you start noticing that maybe they're not hitting you up as much after that, you have your right to assume. But I feel like off jump, you should give everyone a chance. You know what I mean? Even me, when guys inbox me, I can go to their Facebook and look. This little 23-year-old boy, he swear he Kevin Gates drug dealing around here rapping, and he finna be on some. And 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. But I give them the chance until they cross the line.
I might be crazy in my head, but do you think a bisexual man can please a woman better?
Hell yeah.
I kind of think that too.
Very true.
Why?
Well, I'm a different situation from a bisexual man because I also have lived as a woman, Mm-hmm. So I feel like, number one, I know what women like. Mm-hmm. So I know how to treat, I know how to treat a woman, but pleasure wise, I feel like, I don't know. I can't answer the pleasure part of it. I just feel like I'm that beast.
I can answer it for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Because you're sexually free.
Yeah.
You're not having any
That's
reservations
true.
of, oh, is this, am I pushing the line?
Yeah.
Is this gay?
Yeah.
It's like, no, you are doing right. You are doing what you got to do to please your girl. And in that moment, it's you and your girl. You should never have to have that question of, is this crossing the line? Am I doing too much? No, y'all need to be sexually free. You're having that
That's
connection.
one thing about the gay intimacy. It's when you, that's,
yeah, there is no reservations.
Yeah,
you are
there's no
literally
reservation.
open. Both of you are open-minded.
Yeah.
So when you all jump into it, it's intense. So it just is what it is. But not to say like a straight couple, male and female, can't have that same connection. But both of you have to be sexually free. You don't have to have like that. Oh, I don't know if this is too much. No, both of y'all come into it like, so what's up?
Yeah.
That's when it's amazing. But it's got to be a mutual thing between y'all. Y'all got to have that open mind.
Yoshi.
Yes.
When it comes to your voice, is that something that you have to practice on? Or it come natural? Like when you wake up in the morning, you like.
I was just telling him.
I said, why he asked that?
Right. I was just telling Ty about that. Like sometimes I don't control it. I mean, I can, but naturally, like in some situations, it does fluctuate.
Like, hello. I'll be like,
I
who is
can't
that?
help
Who that
it.
woman?
But then I can show be like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you know
But
what I'm
it can
saying,
change.
period.
Like I can't. But like it's a natural thing.
It's a personality thing.
Yeah.
I think my voice is different when I dress like a man.
Yeah.
But
why though? I mean, why is it not?
But no,
I
my
don't
voice,
know.
my voice is it still fluctuates.
I don't.
when I
Yeah,
dress
it
like a
fluctuates.
regular nigga, like,
It fluctuates.
does
It just fluctuates. You know what I'm saying? Like it depends on the
So it
caliber
depends
of
how
the
you feel?
conversation.
Is it-
You know, it depends
Is it
on
maybe
what's
that
going
personality
on.
for today? My personality today is
Yeah,
gonna be this.
that's how it is for me. You know, I pull out. I'm one person, but I have my moments.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all have any questions for me?
I asked you a question. Oh, you did answer my question.
Yeah, about the strip club.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's cool.
Oh,
Was I wrong for that?
No,
No.
But I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, y'all ready?
I'm ready.
So, why is it that you're so willing to accept your daughter being gay versus your son?
Ooh.
Because this is causing a lot of mental issues,
It is.
not only in the black community
Yes.
and the gay community, because it's causing a lot of
Yes.
suicides, a lot of
Yes.
anger. So
I
I'm
guess
just
because
curious.
That's a miniature version of you. That's a little you, and you want to see your legacy go on. That's the only thing I can think of. Like that, that's a fear of now my family's gonna stop. Remember I was telling y'all how
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? How we feel that there's no there's no.
I
Yeah.
call
So
bullshit.
I think that's what it has to do. I think he's scared that that's the end of his family line.
Oh,
But-
that's just
but-
your okay.
but-
Okay, I got you.
He's still there.
What do you mean? So like don't
Like, what do you
So
do?
if your
Yeah.
son is gay, like he's still there.
Okay. All I can do is tell you why they may feel that way. Like I said, because they may have that fear of now my family's not going to grow anymore. But you're right. That right there that's messed up.
It's the
man.
same
Especially
thing
when
with
you
the
dismiss your
girl
son.
being a lesbian, right? But I've
I
seen,
know, I have
I've
a-
seen in this community, like
that's so true.
I've seen a lot of guys like,
I've
you know what? Oh
literally-
yeah, my daughter, she a lesbian. I
Yeah.
love that.
and we
But then-
accept that more.
I have
Yeah.
I've heard one of my friends told me that he hopes his daughter is gay.
And you know what's so crazy? I'm wrong for this, but it's because society accepts the women more than they do.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
But
I
as
believe it's a lot of
parent-
girls gay for the fashion.
Yeah, but as a parent though, you wouldn't want to defend or stand behind your child
I
though,
would.
regardless.
I would think. See, I don't have no sons. I can't speak on it, but I would think so. Like I would think so.
Okay.
Well, my biological father, baby, he don't blink twice about it. He
He goes off about it, like
what? He and this is my mother effing son, and I wish.
Oh, okay, so he got your back.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Daddy. Yes, he.
That makes you feel good, though, right?
Yeah, it
that makes
does.
you.
It's a really good. But then, like my adopted dad, he's very kosher about it. You know what I mean? Like he's very calm about it.
Last question, guys. This is pretty deep. Let's get on the mental health of the community.
Mhm.
So you go ahead and start first, because I mean I know that like y'all said, being gay is not.
It's rough because also you have to realize we have to wake up every day, and we have to wonder like, I wonder who am I going to come across.
Right.
You got to always have that defense mechanism up. For me, being black,
Mm-hmm.
gay,
Mm-hmm.
a Jamaican male in today's society is already very hard. So I already have a lot of cons, a lot of X's in my section already. So it's already hard to be who I am and still stand in my shit. Like, I have to live this life.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I also learned that regardless of what people think, I still have to live for me. And once my mother told me, fuck what everybody else have to say,
Mm-hmm.
I literally have been living like that. Now, still, I might do some things, and she'd be like, "All right, now what's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
I have to do me. Like, this is what you told me, and I believe in it, and I'm going to stand
So
by
when you
it.
do you, that's healthy for you.
It
pretty
is
much.
healthy for me
That's
because
healthy
I'm
your
doing it for
mental
me. I'm not living this life to please anybody else.
Mm.
Because no matter what I do, somebody's always going to have something negative to say, regardless.
Yes.
Even if I decided to get a girlfriend and have a
Yeah.
kid, oh well, he's a faggot and he should have stayed where he was at. People were still going to try to ridicule me, and then my child, and then that's another problem. So it's like, I don't want to ever put myself in a situation to where I feel like I'm a puppet. I'm just doing things because somebody else told me to do it. I'm so worried about what everybody else has to say because I wouldn't be happy. And honestly, I would have probably killed myself because that's not living.
It's a lot going through. I mean, being gay is just like growing up here being black.
And another thing about being black.
Is the gay struggle and the black struggle the same?
It's
worse.
the
The gay struggle is worse than the black
It's worse
struggle?
because the gays don't support the gays and the blacks don't support the blacks and the gays.
Yeah.
Oh, being black and gay is harder than
Yes.
just being gay or just
Because
being
black people alone don't support each other
Yeah.
already. So being black
So
and
we're
gay,
already an outcast,
Right.
And then, well, you're looking at,
Yeah, I understand we're not that easy to understand. It's not that easy to be around. I mean, we try to be, but there's not a lot of open-minded,
Yes.
confident,
This
straight
was-
black men like you out here.
This
though.
was very different.
But this needed to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
people needed to see this because they need to understand, like, you can actually speak to us.
Right.
And at the end of the day, we're roaches. We're like we're everywhere.
The
Okay?
mental health, you
Literally, we're
stupid.
everywhere.
The mental health end of it comes from neglect, abandonment,
Mm-hmm.
the upbringing, the
Feeling alone. and all
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
It comes from the drug abuse. The drug abuse is so
Mhm.
high. Coke is like a normal. It's like I've ran into several people that just like regularly, friends that like regularly use
Mhm.
Coke. And I'm like,
This is a coping mechanism.
It's
Like-
an escape.
it's an
Mhm.
escape. Like it's just getting out of that feeling of being alone or
Mm-hmm.
being I keep saying an outcast, being different. And the mental health side of it is just like how I said about the church. They so focused on the sexuality. You are so focused on acceptance, or you're so focused on finding yourself, or like you forget about your sanity. You know what I'm saying? And sanity is the first important thing. It's the number one priority in your mental health because it's like a light switch. You know what I'm saying? And it's sanity, and it's the only way I can explain it. It's sanity, and then it's that moment. We're in a real life moment right now where you're sitting in front of a bus stop and wondering what you're going to drive your car into to try to kill yourself. That's the moment of sanity. And you're sane when you don't do it, and you're having an insane moment when you're contemplating it. And it's literally that switch.
I like it driving me crazy.
You know what
I know
I'm
I said that
saying?
was the last question, but I actually got two more.
Okay.
Okay.
How do y'all feel? Because I was looking at Jada Pickett had the Red Table talk about how the white families adopting the black kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel some type of way about that within itself. I kind of want to speak on that. I kind of feel like with the white families adopting the black kids, they got to. It's a lot of self-hate when it comes to black folks. You know what I'm saying? So I hope these white families are making sure these black kids understand I am black and I'm proud to be black and I love myself. That's kind of one of my biggest issues I have with the white families adopting the black kids. I feel like they're not focused on that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They probably feel like it doesn't matter. Color doesn't matter. No.
Yeah.
But
it
anyway,
kinda does.
I didn't mean to get on that.
Okay, you're
Guys,
fine.
Gay men raising children. What is y'all thoughts on that?
I'll
Is
raise
it the
girls.
same thing?
If I was going to be this, I would raise girls.
You ain't got no choice, buddy. You ain't got no choice.
Oh, I have a choice.
Oh,
You have a choice?
Yeah,
Why?
we have choice.
How do you have a choice? You adopting? That's what you're saying?
Yeah, well, Uh-uh.
I'm talking about raising children.
I don't know.
Oh,
If
I mean,
adopt.
I wouldn't have a problem.
Okay, well,
raising
here's
children.
me and my cousin had a deal because
Mhm.
I'm adopted, so
Mhm.
we can have kids together because I'm
Mhm.
adopted.
Mhm.
So if I gave her and her spouse a baby,
Mhm.
what we would do was, let's say it was a girl,
Mhm.
she would get the first kid,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
If it's a boy, she can get the first kid. So she's gonna get the first kid. But if she had the second one, and so no, so it's not.
Are these
It's
two
not.
women? Are these two women?
Yeah, there. Well, yeah. It's
Okay.
but my cousin is a girl. We're
Uh-huh.
talking about her
I know, I was
her
trying to
having a
figure that out.
family and me having a
Yeah.
family.
Okay.
So we were saying like, we'll go have the sperm, do whatever they do, and if it's a girl, that she would keep the first kid, and then
Mhm.
she would have one for me, and whatever it be, I would be stuck
Right.
with it. Oh, you were right. So I wouldn't have a choice in that instance. But I used to say I would never adopt because I was adopted, and it was like a horrible experience. Even though I grew up in like the best of, probably the best situation I could be in. It's just it was very hard dealing with. So I said I wouldn't adopt, but I think I'm a great candidate for adoption because I've been through it. So that probably is the route that I would go. But I want my own
I won't have a
kids.
problem raising.
So you think that
I just-
being raised by
I say this, I would be,
same-sex parents is the same as being
if I
raised
got
by-
somebody pregnant tomorrow,
No,
I
it's
would
not the
change
same.
up.
It's not the same.
You said what?
I said, well, is being raised by same-sex parents the same as being raised by heterosexual
Oh
parents?
no,
And I don't want them to think that that's the same either,
no.
So
because
it's not-
that's
it's not the same
confusion.
I feel like it's harder for two men to raise a child than it is for two women to raise a child. Too.
Why?
Why? Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my opinion. I feel like especially if I had a boy,
I mean, I can see that because women are nurturing. You know what I mean?
yeah, like there's certain things that
I feel like I can definitely take care of a girl. That's hands down. I know for a fact I can take care of a boy because after all the things that I've been through growing up, especially dealing with my fathers,
Mhm.
I know what not to do. And I know what I would do to break the cycle.
I'd have to stop this immediately if it was a boy.
Why? Because that makes me
I
feel like
don't
you're
think-
ashamed. That makes
No,
me-
it's
I
not
don't-
shame.
Yeah, I
This
wouldn't
is
change.
hard.
When you sit there and say
This
that,
is hard.
My,
You
my
wouldn't-
godsons,
I wouldn't change. I wouldn't change.
My god kids did not
They
see me
see
like
you.
this until they were old enough. I needed them to be able to understand this is Uncle Nanny's, Uncle Ty's choice. This is not something that everybody does, which I mean they have other uncles, so they know that, but at a young age you don't know. You know what
I mean,
I'm
at a
saying?
young age, you're impacted so easily. So I can definitely understand where you're coming from. It's too much work. It's too much work to pretend to be something that I'm not. So I wouldn't
Yeah.
go. So that's
But this
and I'm
is
speaking for
something-
me.
This is something that I'm not.
I'm just
so
speaking. I'm not about to
What
play
do
with
mean?
you
What do
because
mean?
it works.
What do you say that?
It
What do you
works.
mean? What do you mean?
Huh?
That's something that you're not. What does that
I
mean?
mean, okay, well today, but like when I'm in the hair and that's something that I'm not. I'm not a girl.
Got you.
You know?
You know what's crazy? I had a roommate when I was in college. He was gay, and he used to say all the time, "But I know I'm a male." He couldn't stand males that dress like women. He's like, "I'm a male, and I realize and I know this." And like that's be one of
Was
his,
he
like,
that flaming?
But he was very flamboyant.
So shut up. All of y'all shut up. Shut up. Y'all look stupid.
Yeah.
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 Y'all arms as big as my thighs. You know what I'm saying? Your neck swole, y'all cut 6-pack, and y'all
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
at the top of y'all throat twirling and twerking like it looks stupid. Okay, maybe I look crazy. I got a mustache and makeup, but y'all don't look. It ain't no different
Mhm.
from you sitting over there looking like you looking at me
Mhm.
like, bitch.
Mhm.
Right.
Halloween come. That's the gay boy that don't want to dress up. Favorite time of year. They want to do the most, and they want to be Nikki and Kim and everything. Like y'all look dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. What would y'all say to the little boy and girl who's wanting to come out, scared to come out? What would y'all speaking to them? What would y'all say to them?
Add me on Facebook. Add me on Instagram. I am starting an organization for people soon in the next 6 months that's going to be dealing with a lot of mental health and identity in general. I feel like it's a process and you can't go through it alone. And you have to find coping mechanisms first because you have to get stable to deal with it. So, if it's something that someone's struggling with, whether it be sexuality, identity, get stable. mentally stable first. I don't care if you have to resort to the pill.
Yeah, I second
Get
that.
stable.
Definitely
And
reach out,
then-
seek help.
Yeah, and then let's go into what your life will be. You know what I'm saying? It's a process, and I wish I had someone to tell me that.
So it's not an overnight thing.
It's not an
No,
overnight thing.
no,
And
it
it
cannot
changes.
be, because some
It
people
changes.
will just come out and be like, you know what, I'm gonna be gay, and they get into this lifestyle, and it's a
They
downward
like,
spiral.
Hell no.
It's not, if you don't educate yourself,
Mhm.
the lifestyle can turn into a nightmare that you can't wake up from.
Okay. Anything else? I mean, want to speak on? Oh yes, please. You do eyelashes. You do hair. Let's get on that. Let's get on that.
Okay, well, Yoshi Lash Extendo. I do lash extensions and facials, chemical peels. Next year, I'll be doing body contouring,
What
breast
is that?
lifts, and butt lift without the surgery. So I can give you the
Body
mommy makeover without the surgery.
contouring.
Yeah. Okay, girl, got you. But yeah, it's just starting, y'all. So like, it's a process, but just follow me, Yoshi Lash Extendo
You do
19,
individual with the lashes.
individual lash extensions.
I like that.
Yeah, just a little something. But yeah, it's dope. Just check me out. I still do twerk lessons and stuff, and
Hello.
yeah, So just look me up on Facebook, Instagram. Work it out.
My name is Ty Rashad, and all my social medias are Ty Rashad. I am the CEO of Ty Rashad Studios, formerly known as Glam Her 24 Studios. Whoop, whoop. That is a full service salon, and it also is mini salon suites. So I have a building that I rent out suites to different owners, business owners, and so you can have this there. You can have a tattoo.
What all
artist.
can get done in your shop?
Um,
In your specific
Everything. At this moment, the only thing that I don't have active in my salon is a nail tech. We do. It's coming soon. But we offer lash extensions. We offer facials, makeup services. You've seen the body paint. We do that, like the full.
Really?
Yeah, full body paint. We have someone that does that. We do it all. There's nothing we're not doing there.
Can I get an IOU?
Right. Look.
I need my face bead.
Yes. So if you need a place to work or you're looking for a service, I am your person.
Okay. All right. Y'all heard it here, man. Y'all hit them up. Y'all need these things done. Again, one more time. Anything else y'all might want to talk about? Let people know, or
I'm good.
we kind of
I'm
covered
good.
a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I feel good. Man, my pops was worried, man. He was like, "Look, man, don't get out there
I really did.
being ridiculous." And
No,
having everybody
but you
out.
was but
yeah.
you made the right choice by asking before we were kind of thrown into it,
Mhm.
because this opened up a lot of minds, just us having this conversation. So no, this was great.
Yeah.
So hopefully
So I
there's
did all right. I did
hopefully
pretty
there's
good.
others, and even your other topics. Definitely incorporate the community because we're in yours. So
Yeah.
like, why not?
Mhm.
See, ask our opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a gay co-host.
I was thinking about doing a show on manhood. You think you know what I'm saying? I mean, 'cause this manhood and
You already know.
Yeah.
Just let me know. I'll
Okay.
gladly show
Yeah.
up.
all right, y'all. Well, this is Radioactive. Peace.